Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the College Football Playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Set it down for the offense. First down. They'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Here's a throw underneath to the back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's third down. And the sophomores got him for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure and then come up with the first sack of the game.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. He's going to try to return the punt. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive.
Texas A&M offense will take over. First and 10.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll give it to the back. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Important second down play coming up. Handoff in a single back formation. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Crucial third down play coming up. Can he make it to the marker? He stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Powering through. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside of the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Quick completion to the tight end. But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker. It's a big pickup after the catch, more importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
And he'll pick up the first down, stop at the 27.
Boy, this guy's running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaskin.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Nice catch by the receiver along the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another first down. And I'll tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. Receiver in motion now. Handoff to the single back. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tough running there. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he's got his man open downfield. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
Washington has moved into the red zone. Now here's the toss play. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He finds the running back in the flat. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Looks right for a quick completion. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
3rd down after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He pulls in the catch. And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27. The Aggies looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Play action fake, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets made on the out route. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And the quarterback keeps it here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the runner takes off to his right. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. The game is not enough for first down, so it brings up a fourth and short. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his man, has the first down. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here comes a handoff. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
He'll test the right side here. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Aggies line it up with first and goal. First and goal, handoff. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Catch made on the right side. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
Pass caught. Second down now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Good job by this Washington offense to be able to execute there and pick up this first down. And this back is starting to really show what he's all about, that combination of speed and power, living up to that lofty standards that Washington running backs have.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's running out of time here. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, that one's picked off.
That was an impressive effort here by the safety to use his speed and effort to get to that football and where it was headed. Secondary coach has got to be proud.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Second down after that short completion. That's a quick shovel pass. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That gain sets up a third down play. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. It's intercepted. Trying to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Washington offense retakes the field here. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Running out of time in the pocket. Well, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. And the quarterback dropping back. Pressure is coming. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, Chris, this is almost really like a punt. It's third down and long. If you're going to throw a pick, this is the time to do it. Throw it way downfield. The defense, yeah, they intercepted, but because it's so far downfield, it's essentially a punt by the offense.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. The offense will take their first time out of the half. They talk strategy here.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he drops back in the gun. Receiver makes the grab. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. And a quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Going for a big play downfield. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And he knocks it right through the uprights. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Huskies will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
Texas A&M offense will take over on 1st and 10.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack and
Just trucks through the defender. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And tackled there by the defense.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you've got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Crucial third down play right here. And they hand it off to the back. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the single back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he'll set up to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And the Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up. And sometimes you can get sacked.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's a quick grab. And moves the ball to the 35. Another first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here.
You see, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And the back gets the football. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
What a nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. He flips it to the back across the middle. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. The Aggies come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Chris, that's his third interception in this game alone. If he's going to stay in this game, he's got to do a better job of protecting the football.
And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. Sticking with the running game. Tackle, but first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to pass this time. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 10, Washington 7.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Catch is made down the middle. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's complete on the crossing route. They get him down, but not before he gets to the +38.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Huskies are in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Can they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, drops back. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. The field goal is good. And the game now tied here in the final quarter.
And I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not being called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us is about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The back's got it. Breaks loose at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
One down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
And they'll use the ground game here. Touchdown, Aggies, to take the lead in the final minute.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense would not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? Short throw to the back, an easy completion. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Second down, they're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. He's got a man down the middle. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. And looking to throw now on first down. Contact as he threw it. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Receiver makes the catch. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Washington getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down.
Now time for one final play that obviously has to go into the end zone to see if they can tie it up.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Oh, they've got him! A sack to end the game. The protection breaks down and the defense wins it on the final play. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. I'm so impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.